A moment in motion, Moira Shearer and James Mason behind the scenes of Jealous Lover. The golden era of Hollywood is remembered for its unparalleled artistry, larger-than-life stars, and timeless storytelling. It marked a period when films were not just entertainment, but a window into a world crafted with precision, emotion, and elegance. MGM Studios stood as one of Hollywood's grandest pillars during this time, a creative wonderland where legends were born and cinematic masterpieces created. Among these gems was The Story of Three Loves, a 1954 anthology film divided into three unique stories, one of which, Jealous Lover, brought together two luminous icons, Moira Shearer and James Mason. In this video, we'll step into a serene yet extraordinary behind-the-scenes moment at MGM Studios. Ballerina-turned-actress Moira Shearer, renowned for her radiant artistry, and seasoned actor James Mason, the epitome of sophistication, were captured in conversation in the Garden Hall. This quiet interaction invites us to reflect on their legacies, craftsmanship, and the magic of collaboration that shaped films like Jealous Lover. Join us as we explore their careers, their on-screen partnership, and the cultural significance of this fleeting yet enduring moment. Moira Shearer was no ordinary performer. Best known as the star of The Red Shoes, 1948, she captivated audiences with her breathtaking abilities as a prima ballerina. Born and trained in Scotland, Shearer dazzled not only with her technical skill, but also with an inherent emotional sensitivity that made her movements unforgettable. Her transition from ballet to acting was unconventional, yet she carried her love of dance into her cinematic roles, blending physical precision with a unique storytelling depth. Shearer's elusiveness in acting roles added to her mystique. She only appeared in 5 feature films throughout her career, an intentional decision stemming from her devotion to the ballet stage. Yet, Jealous Lover is a standout piece that demonstrates how she could translate the ephemeral beauty of ballet into the tangible, enduring medium of film. Her grace and vulnerability in this segment elevate The Story of Three Loves to an emotionally resonant tale of art and passion. Where Moira Shearer exuded ethereal charm, James Mason brought grounded emotional gravitas. One of Britain's most compelling exports to Hollywood, Mason made his mark with a versatile range of performances, from romantic leads to deeply complex characters filled with psychological depth. With his distinctive voice and often somber, contemplative screen presence, Mason became one of the most respected actors of his time. In Jealous Lover, Mason's ability to enter the emotional core of a character shines. Collaborating with Shearer allowed him to explore the delicate interplay of love, loss, and artistic yearning. At MGM Studios, he was not just another Hollywood star, but an actor dedicated to his craft, and these qualities helped him leave an indelible mark on mid-century cinema. To understand the magic behind this behind-the-scenes moment, we must set the stage. MGM Studios in the 1950s, a creative haven for some of history's greatest filmmakers, actors, and technicians. Within the sprawling complex was the Garden Hall, a serene, lush corner that felt worlds apart from the bustling sound stages. The Garden Hall served as a retreat, a place for actors and creative professionals to gather their thoughts, rehearse, or simply exchange ideas. It was here that Moira Shearer and James Mason shared their conversation, an intimate slice of studio life that resonates with the quieter, reflective process of collaboration and artistic exchange. In a world where we often focus on the finished product of films, moments like these remind us that storytelling begins much earlier, during rehearsals, on sets, and even amidst casual conversations in spaces as tranquil as the MGM Garden. Before delving into the interaction of Shearer and Mason in the Garden Hall, it's important to understand the story they brought to life in Jealous Lover. This segment of The Story of Three Loves unfolds as a hauntingly poignant tale of longing, destiny, and sacrifice, exploring the fragility of both life and art. Shearer stars as Paula Woodward, a gifted ballerina whose dreams of a celebrated career crumble under the weight of a terminal illness. Mason portrays Charles Coudray, a choreographer who, upon learning of Paula's condition, devotes himself to creating a final ballet just for her. The narrative intertwines themes of artistry, mortality, and the profound connections between creators and their muses. Shearer's portrayal of Paula offers a deeply affecting performance that reflects the struggles of any artist who recognizes the finite nature of their gifts. The physicality of ballet, her lifelong craft, is seamlessly woven into her emotional expression on screen. Mason, meanwhile, infuses Charles with a quiet urgency, reflecting both his devotion to Paula and his desperation to help immortalize her artistry before time runs out. The chemistry between Shearer and Mason on screen is undeniable, moving audiences as they grapple with the ephemeral beauty of life and art, a theme that continues to resonate with film lovers to this day. The conversation between Moira Shearer and James Mason, captured in the Garden Hall of MGM Studios, invites us into a rare behind-the-scenes moment that reflects the essence of their partnership. Though no transcripts of their conversation exist, imagining the dialogue between such titans of artistry opens the door to rich possibilities. Perhaps they discuss the challenges of balancing the demands of their careers with their personal lives. Or perhaps they exchange thoughts on how to infuse their performances with the raw emotion required by jealous lover. Knowing Shearer's background in ballet and Mason's history as a methodically introspective actor, their conversation likely extended beyond technicalities to touch the very soul of their craft. This meeting of artistry in an unassuming corner of the studios illustrates how films are not merely the product of cameras rolling, but of meaningful exchanges, of shared vulnerability, and a mutual drive to tell stories with authenticity and heart. Both Shearer and Mason brought their respective strengths to Jealous Lover, but their collaboration represents something greater than the sum of their individual talents. For Shearer, it was the transformation of her command of movement into the medium of cinema. The camera captured the curvature of her arms, the delicate turn of her head, and the emotive storytelling behind every step, qualities honed over years on stage. For Mason, the process was more cerebral, yet equally evocative. He approached Charles Coudray as a man shaped by experience and limitation, and within those characteristics he found opportunities to explore humor, charm, and a quiet vulnerability. Together, their performances created a dynamic that gave the story its heart and depth, leaving an impact long after the credits rolled. The beauty of Jealous Lover, much like the Garden Hall moment itself, is its ability to linger in the mind. The performances feel less like acting and more like an extension of who Shearer and Mason truly were, artists seeking eternity through collaboration. The story of Three Loves may not be the most widely recognized work of mid-century Hollywood, yet its emotional resonance transcends its time. The segment Jealous Lover in particular continues to be revered for its exploration of art as both healing and a fleeting spark of eternity. For Moira Shearer, the film highlights how her artistry extended beyond the ballet stage, showcasing a depth and emotional vulnerability rarely seen in dancers-turned-actors. Meanwhile, Mason's performance reinforces his reputation as one of the most versatile and skilled actors of his generation. Hollywood in the 1950s was known for its ability to combine grandeur with emotional intimacy, and Jealous Lover perfectly exemplifies this balance. It is a testament to the synergy between Shearer and Mason and their ability to pour their personal artistry into a shared vision. What makes the quiet conversation between Moira Shearer and James Mason in the MGM Garden Hall so special is its fleeting nature. It wasn't a scripted scene, rehearsed for the cameras. It was a meeting of two artistic minds, caught in a moment of respite during the hard work of filmmaking. In today's fast-paced, digitally dominated world, such snapshots of collaboration remind us of the humanity and artistry that fuel all great storytelling. Through archival footage, stills, and expert narration, this video explores not only this singular moment, but also the enduring legacies of Shearer, Mason, and Jealous Lover. It's a celebration of artistry in its varied forms, ballet, acting, and film, and the shared connections that elevate each medium. As we revisit this era and the luminaries who left their mark, the story of Jealous Lover and its performers continues to inspire. Moira Shearer brought the elegance and discipline of dance to film, while James Mason gave audiences characters rich with depth and sensitivity. Their interaction in the Garden Hall of MGM Studios reminds us of the quiet, unspoken moments that serve as the foundation of timeless art. In examining this singular meeting between two icons within Hollywood's golden age, we're invited to reflect on our appreciation for artistic connection, not just what is captured on screen, but also what blossoms behind the scenes. Together, Shearer and Mason painted a vivid portrait of art's ability to connect, inspire, and endure. Their legacy is one that continues to resonate, reminding us why we celebrate stories, performances, and the artists who create them.